Proposed division of Supreme Court not healthy for administration of justice system. Ndayako, San. Announced in the Netizen for MENA-based legal practitioner Mohammed Kodu Ndayako has described as dangerous the proposed establishment of more divisions of Supreme Court across Nigeria. Why do they want to do that? Supreme Court should just be one now. So they want to create divisions. They want to have branches of Supreme Court in the country. No. Speaking with journalists in his office, the senior advocate of Nigeria, San, said Nigeria's justice system as it stands today does not require the establishment of division of any apex court for now. Yes, what do they want to need it for? Ndayako, who was the Niger State People's Democratic Party (PDP) deputy governorship candidate in the 2015 elections, argued that several divisions of the Court of Appeals end up giving conflicting and contradicting judgments. It's affecting the country's administration of justice system exactly. So imagine we now have 2 Supreme Courts, 3 Supreme Courts. This one will judge another thing. The other one will judge another thing. No. You should have just 1 Supreme Court in the country because this country, they just like confusion. Why are we so liking confusion like this? How can we have Supreme Court 2, 3 so that they'll be giving contradicting judgments? Or one will go to one Supreme Court and buy all the judges there. Another one will go to another Supreme Court and buy all the judges there. They will not be confusing themselves up and down. No. Establishing more divisions of Supreme Court now will be dangerous to our administration of justice system because we have several divisions of Court of Appeal. Is that not enough? He argued that we cannot pretend about it because most of these Court of Appeal lack certain facilities that could end up giving conflicting and contradictory decisions on the same subject matter exactly. Ndayako, who has served as the Nigerian Bar Association NBA state chairman, further argued, it shouldn't be like that so much so that at the end of the day, which of the decision of the Court of Appeal are you going to follow? Exactly. He states in clear terms that the proposal by the lower chamber of the National Assembly for the establishment of the nation's apex court across Nigeria would have more of a negative effect of the nation's justice system than any good. Yes, so you are speaking the truth. You cannot have plenty Supreme Courts. There's going to be a lot of confusion. This one will judge another thing. The other one will judge another one. It's conflicting. It's going to be conflicting, please. He advised members of the lower chamber of the National Assembly to be more concerned about restricting certain cases that should not ordinarily go to the apex court instead of proposing for the establishment of more of such courts, adding that if a certain decision is decided at the appellate court, it could only be affirmed by the apex court. Ndayako suggested that the lawmakers should be more concerned about restricting certain cases that should go to the apex court. See, all those lawmakers, the way they reason, it's not from this world. They just sit down one day and just bring out one idea and let us run with it. We have a lot of appeal court and you still want to have a lot of Supreme Courts. My mind is telling me the person that suggested this thing today. There are some decisions once they are decided at the Court of Appeal, the matter should end there. At the Court of Appeal, it is not every case that it should be taken to the apex courts, particularly civil and contractual cases, pointing out that a matter that is already decided at the appellate court can only be affirmed at the apex courts. A situation whereby there are divergent opinions on the same subject matter already decided at the appellate court. As a result of the structures of the Court of Appeal, there is no need for the establishment of any division of the apex court. To avoid unnecessary confusion, Ndayako said he is of the belief that it is the required mandatory numbers of justices of the Supreme Court is maintained. I think they will be able to handle multiple cases that are filed before them. We don't need to balkanize our Supreme Court for now. Exactly, we don't need it. There are more important things to do. They will not think of more important things now. Things they're going to think about. I don't think it is ideal for Nigeria as a nation to have multiple Supreme Courts. It is not ideal at all. It is not ideal and it's of no use. The best thing to do is that once a matter is already decided at the Court of Appeal and justices of Court of Appeal have given their opinion, the matter should not have any place upstairs. The problem in the judicial arm of government is not about establishing more Supreme Courts, but sustaining existing ones. Yes. According to expected standard, you people are not even up to standard. You want to create another one. We are still talking about the rot in the judicial system. You still want to create more courts so that the corruption go dey spread up and down. No, now. To me, I don't think we should have more than one Supreme Court in the country. Yes, just one is enough. Just one is enough. They know what they are doing. You want to have 2 Supreme Court, 3 Supreme Court, so that when you go to this place, they don't favor you there. You go to another Supreme Court, then you go to another Supreme Court. No, Supreme Court should be one. Should be just one. Ori Paulina says delivering conflicting judgments by different sections of Supreme Court, if created, is not a good reason for not creating them. What is this one saying? In the recent time, we have seen an avalanche of conflicting judgments by the Supreme Court. Conflicting judgments are delivered mainly deliberately by the Supreme Court or Court of Appeal. They are mostly aware of the existing decisions on issues, but when extraneous consideration, if you call it bribe, now you sabi, come to play, there whilst fishing for kindergarten reasons, depart from otherwise well-grafted judgments. But it still doesn't mean that they should now create plenty Supreme Courts. All they have to do is to make sure that all of these people, they are oriented. They are not collecting bribe. If you are not collecting bribe, if you are a good person, if you have a good conscience, and you know that your job as a judge is to judge fairly, we don't have to have plenty Supreme Courts, and there will not be conflicting judgment anywhere again. There won't be. So it is the judiciary that should do better. That is what they should do. They should focus on being better. They should not be greedy and be collecting money from politicians or allowing them to build houses for them, buy cars for them, and then you'll not be able to speak the truth. That is what they should do. If they can do that, we will not be having conflicting judgments, even in the Supreme Court. We will not. Samalia Yusuf Abba says they want to bring it closer to them so that they can have influence over the judges. Exactly. The Supreme Court is supposed to be in Abuja alone. One is enough. One is enough. Ada Akuna says, judiciary is one of our major Nigerian problems, followed by politicians, the religious body. We will not put EFCC too and INEC. All of them are problems in this country. Chukwu Simon says this will be like the state policing if allowed. Then the politicians have succeeded in pocketing the judiciary and making a toothless dog. Yes, if they can have 2, 3 or more Supreme Courts in this country, then let's just lost hope on our judicial system. Let's just give up. That's just it. Because they are not even better before. Now want to create more, to cause more confusion. No, there's no need for it at all. Ike Asia says they are so ridiculous that if it is not how to regulate social media, it is how to equalize poverty or illiteracy between North and South. Is Supreme Court now a public utility that they want to share it from state to state? I wonder. Africa remains cursed because of the type of people in it, because of our leaders, or because I don't understand. They just sit down and be passing bills up and down. Bills. They should create more Supreme Courts. For what? My listeners, over to you. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, to share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.